Be you're cockeyed.
Who says I'm cockeyed? I ain't cockeyed. Oh, Joe, I'm cockeyed.
Get off that table before you break your neck.
Hollywood dazzles with fame, money, and power. Yet behind the red carpets and flashing cameras, countless stars have fallen into the grip of alcohol addiction. For some, it destroyed their careers. For others, it tragically cut their lives short. These are the 20 worst alcoholics in Hollywood history, as voted by Channel fans. 20. Bella Lugosi. Bella Lugosi, the man immortalized as Count Dracula, became a prisoner of his own demons. Addiction to both alcohol and morphine consumed him. In one chilling incident, director Ed Wood found Lugosi weeping behind a curtain, pointing a gun at him. Instead of panicking, Wood offered him a drink, a Boilermaker. Lugosi lowered the gun and drank himself into sleep. It was a haunting reminder of how deeply his struggles with addiction ran. 19. Lon Cheney Jr. Lon Cheney Jr., beloved for his role as the Wolfman, also battled alcoholism. His depression and drinking worsened over the years, leading to cancer and liver disease. At one point, after starring in Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, he even attempted suicide. He was infamous for drunken brawls, including fights with co-star Broderick Crawford, and was once banned from William Randolph Hearst's mansion. Despite moments of brilliance, his career was forever shadowed by addiction. 18. Albert Finney, known for Tom Jones and Murder on the Orient Express, admitted he had been a heavy drinker for most of his life. He often consumed several pints of alcohol at lunchtime alone. After being diagnosed with kidney cancer in 1984, Finney gave up drinking completely. This decision extended his life and career, and he continued acting successfully until his death in 2019 at age 82.
We learned today British actor Albert Finney has died. His career spans 6 decades with countless memorable roles.
17. W.C. Fields. W.C. Fields, one of Hollywood's earliest comedy legends, was rarely seen without a drink in hand. His alcoholism was no secret. He even joked about it in interviews. On set, he often carried water bottles filled with gin, and his dependency became part of his public persona. Sadly, his drinking contributed to serious health issues that eventually led to his death in 1946. 16. Spencer Tracy. Spencer Tracy was one of Hollywood's most acclaimed actors, yet he fought private battles with alcoholism. Known for his powerful performances, Tracy struggled to maintain control behind the scenes. His excessive drinking strained relationships and his health, though he still managed to deliver remarkable performances throughout his career. His story is a reminder of the hidden pain behind some of Hollywood's brightest stars. 15. Richard Harris. Star of Camelot, and later remembered as Dumbledore in Harry Potter, had a long reputation as a heavy drinker. Known for his wild nights out, Harris's love of alcohol often overshadowed his talent. Though he eventually cut back, he openly admitted how deeply drinking had been ingrained in his lifestyle. Despite his struggles, Harris left behind a legacy of unforgettable performances. 14. Peter O'Toole. Peter O'Toole, the star of Lawrence of Arabia, became as famous for his drinking as for his acting. Known for his sharp wit, O'Toole's alcoholism nearly cost him his life when doctors warned he would die if he didn't quit. After several close calls, he finally gave up alcohol in the late 1970s. Despite his struggles, his immense talent cemented his place in Hollywood history. 13. Oliver Reed. Oliver Reed's off-screen behavior often made headlines. Known for his roles in Gladiator and Oliver, Reed was infamous for wild drinking sessions that sometimes involved consuming dozens of pints in a single sitting. His alcoholism contributed to his fiery temper and unpredictable behavior, ultimately damaging his career. Reed died in 1999 after a drinking binge in Malta while filming Gladiator. 12. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn, the swashbuckling star of Captain Blood and The Adventures of Robin Hood, embodied Hollywood glamour but lived recklessly. His legendary lifestyle was filled with parties, scandals, and heavy drinking. By his 50s, his health had collapsed, and alcohol was a major factor in his early death. He remains a symbol of both Hollywood's golden age and its darkest excesses. 11. Richard Burton. Richard Burton, one of the greatest actors of his generation, had a career overshadowed by his drinking. His turbulent relationship with Elizabeth Taylor often made headlines, fueled in part by their shared love of alcohol. At one point, Burton was drinking up to 3 bottles of vodka a day. His dependence on alcohol contributed to his declining health and premature death at age 58. 10. Montgomery Clift. Montgomery Clift, often called one of the finest actors of his era, suffered a tragic downfall. After a near-fatal car accident, Clift turned to alcohol and painkillers to cope. His once bright career dimmed as his addictions took over, leaving him a shadow of the star he once was. 9. Judy Garland. Judy Garland, the beloved star of The Wizard of Oz, endured a life of pressure from Hollywood studios. Fed drugs to control her weight and energy, she turned to alcohol as well. Her battles with addiction ultimately contributed to her untimely death at age 47. Garland's tragic life stands as one of the most heartbreaking stories in Hollywood history. 8. Dean Martin. Dean Martin, part of the legendary Rat Pack, often portrayed himself as a fun-loving drunk on stage. But his real-life drinking habits were equally intense. Known as the King of Cool, Martin's dependency on alcohol strained his personal life and health. Though adored by fans, his struggles were never far from the spotlight. 7. George Best may not have been a Hollywood actor, but his lifestyle rivaled any movie star's. Known for his good looks and charm, Best became infamous for his heavy drinking, which eventually ended his career and contributed to his early death. His tragic story is often cited as a warning about fame and addiction. 6. Lindsay Lohan rose to fame as a child star in movies like The Parent Trap and Mean Girls, but her adult life became defined by substance abuse. Numerous arrests, rehab stints, and public scandals derailed her promising career. Though she has made efforts to rebuild her life, her struggles with alcohol remain a major chapter in her story. 5. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, once one of the highest-paid actors on television, spiraled into chaos due to alcohol and drug abuse. His public breakdowns, wild interviews, and reckless lifestyle made headlines worldwide. Though he later revealed he was HIV positive and tried to get sober, his legacy remains tied to his struggles with addiction. 4. Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse, the British singer with a voice like no other, lived a short and turbulent life. Her struggles with alcohol and drugs became public through her music and behavior. Despite her immense talent, she tragically died at just 27 from alcohol poisoning, joining the infamous 27 Club. 3. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor, one of Hollywood's most iconic actresses, also struggled with addiction. Married 8 times and often in the public eye, she battled alcoholism and prescription drug abuse for decades. Taylor was one of the first celebrities to openly discuss her rehab stays, paving the way for others to seek help. 2. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, the ultimate Hollywood icon, lived a life plagued by loneliness and substance abuse. Though more often associated with pills, alcohol was also a constant in her life. Her struggles with addiction and depression led to her tragic death at just 36. Monroe remains one of the most enduring cautionary tales in Hollywood. 1. John Belushi, star of Animal House and the Blues Brothers, embodied both genius and chaos. His wild lifestyle included constant partying, heavy drinking, and drug use. In 1982, Belushi died of a drug overdose at just 33. His addiction robbing the world of one of its brightest comedic talents. His death shocked Hollywood and became a sobering reminder of fame's darkest side. Which of these stories shocked you the most? And do you think Hollywood has learned anything from these painful histories? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the untold stories of fame, fortune, and tragedy.